Now I would like to invite Mr. 𝗘𝗱𝗶𝗁𝗁 on the stage. Please give a big round of applause for him. He's a dedicated, resourceful professional with proven ability to create and monitor policies and practices that promote a safe learning environment and ensure a school-wide culture that encourages continuous improvement of teachers and students. Foresee and develop an environment that encourages open communication between colleagues, students, and the community by IBO, CIS, CE, and CBSE. And a lot more to just mention here. So a big round of applause for him.
Awesome morning to all of you. It is a pleasure to be here with amongst all the educationists, those who have come from different parts of India. And I was sitting there, then I was asking for a paper, then I thought topic is something different, digital. Then I was checking my mobile, I took that, seen the PDF, and then I have converted into JPG files, sent to my WhatsApp, then downloaded in laptop because I thought I'm going to talk about technology and I'm carrying paper in my file. Then I have downloaded, then converted into PPT, then full screenshot I did it so that, technology is sitting there only and I have used that because everything I did in my mobile, but mobile I want to give for the photographs. So see the change from mobile to laptop, and that's why I'm carrying the laptop, I have been in, in some of these schools. I'm not boosting myself. I'm telling you, being in a pathways where everything was a technology, the pathways in 2003, they said every child was having 6 onward laptop was compulsory for all teachers also. So laptop you can understand when you are getting first time, so you use it for what? For only for the games. So that was there in the first year. My laptop, I don't have any games and all, but I'm having all kind of different kind of softwares and the app where we are going to use that. I'm heading in a school, founder principal for Brookfield International School, New Chandigarh, which I feel was the only school in India before the pandemic having IFPD panels in all the classroom, interactive flat panel display. And whatever little bit I have learned it in 32 years, we are going to share. Thank you very much. Can I have on stage Mr. Harris, Executive Director, 𝗘𝗱𝗶𝗁𝗂𝗃 Public School, Nilambur. Please give a big round of applause. Otherwise, I have to do like sir, he's very good on this stage. I think Baba Ramdev said this is really good. Please. Next is Rosie Jain, Principal, Shefali International School, Ludhiana. Next is Dr. Jasjeet Kaur, Principal, OPS Vidya Mandir, Karnal. Last but not the least, 𝗟𝗶𝗶𝗁𝗂𝗲 Khurana, CEO and founder, tab School. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the first panel discussion topic is Digital Pedagogy Producing Outstanding Learning Experience and Reimagining Engaged Learning. And some points are there which just now I have discussed with you, after pandemic, I think we are ahead 75 to 80 years in terms of technology we are talking about, because I have seen teachers, they were not using even the ERP in the schools, and the principal, they used to struggle like anything and they used to keep one person. But nowadays, I think not even the Hindi teacher, I'm talking about the art teacher, dance teacher, even the physical education teachers, they are using technology because a pandemic having the good effect also we are having. So ma'am, discussion points are, and I would like to ask from Harris first, how to carry out education implementation excellently and stay focused on the end goal. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody. The question is that how will make the education technology and pedagogy integrated towards the specific goal for the child? My answer is the idea which we are doing in our school. I will share it with you while I am answering this. Every student who is joined the school, we are a co-ed boarding residential school in Kerala, which is very far from here. So every student who is joining the school, first he is given a test to assess a psychometric test to assess his 4 capabilities or 4 domains. One is intelligence, one based off the theory of multiple intelligence by Howard Gardner, to identify his intelligence domain, his learning style, his personality type, and his career aptitude if the student is above grade 9. Once this is done, the report will be shared with the mentor teacher. We have teacher-student ratio is 8:1. So 8 students will have a life coach or a mentor. That mentor will go through this report and will share with the parent and will interact with the parent in order to validate the inputs of the report. Then how from there, this mentor will work as a single point of contact or as for the parent and the student, and that is how the mentor will give an update to the child about the technological and ICT, information communication technology integrated programs what we have in our campus. Once it is done, once the academic process starts, the student will be given a workshop for 2 days in order to set up his annual goal. So students will have their own career goals, especially if they are in grade 10, 11 or 12. And they will have specific goal setting workshop for this current year. For example, 2022-2023 academic year. They will have a 2 days workshop, and the result of the workshop will be a document which we call as goal setting dashboard, in which the child will set his goal for the end of the academic year, like March 2023, 31st March 2023, what he is going to achieve. It will be scholastic level, that means the marks or the grades which you are expected to achieve by the end of the academic year. And there will be co-scholastic goals also, because if a child wants to achieve something in painting or in dancing or in sports or in other co-curricular activities, that will also be set. This goal setting dashboard will be shared with the parent by the mentor, and mentor will sit with the child at least half an hour every week in order to give him the motivation to achieve this goal and also to address the challenges or the difficulties what he has faced in the previous week. This is how we are setting the goal, especially for an IT integrated world, as one of the speakers said in the beginning. As we were talking about ICT integrated classrooms, right now we are talking about AI, artificial integrated classrooms. So setting the goals for a child is very important. This is what we do in our school.
See, who all are involved, this was a very good process you have shared with all of us, how many people they are involved, because student need every time some monitoring and some guidance, time to time. So who all are involved in your interim goal?
Because this is a concept which we have launched last year. The name of the concept is Home School Partnership for Life. This is home and school is partnering each other in order to groom the child for his life. If you ask me, one of the toughest question or the challenge of a parent, especially if it's an adolescent parent, will be how to safeguard my child from the evil influences of the outside and also meanwhile guide him for the future. We are addressing this issue, which is the need of the hour and the call of the time. As school, we do believe that, especially as a residential school, where the number is less, and we are a premium type school which we are focusing on the individual growth of the child, and the people involved are, principal is there, and there is a specific person who is allocated the job. He or she will be looking after everything and will be updating the principal, and there will be mentors for 8 students, and also we have 2 counselors. One is for psychological counseling, another one is for career counseling. They will also involved in this. And we have an external consultant from the psychological department of University of Calicut in order to monitor all these processes.
Thank you. Then this is really good. Now, next question from Rosie ma'am, that what knowledge, skill and attribute do a student need to thrive in this complex world?
So really very nice question you have posed. Thank you. The thing is that what I think is no knowledge is real knowledge until it is interdisciplinary. Because we are living in complex world, dynamic world that is ever changing. So no single discipline can solve the problem of this complex world. So that's why it should be integrated one. And secondly, because we are living in interconnected world, complex world, intercultural world, so we need to focus on the global competencies. Now, 17 experts sat in the Delphi technique and they found like which one is the most important global competency. What they found is, they found that openness of mind, that is the most required competence. Why? Because if the mind is open, then you will not say only my point of view is right. You will be able to accept the other's point of view as right as mine. So you will be able to accept the cultural values, social values, and you will understand the cultural and social expectations of others. When you understand the social and cultural values of other, then it would be easy for the child to communicate and collaborate with anybody. So that's why I think that is also most required thing. And thirdly, now we are living, like sir said, some of the speakers said like 65 of job are going to be eliminated. So if 65% jobs are going to be eliminated, and I have read somewhere like AI will replace 40% of the jobs. So it means what the student need? They should have the entrepreneurial streak. Why? So that they should be job creator, not job seekers. And all the entrepreneur, what they look in the child should be able to have the critically thinking process and have the problem solving process and should be able to collaborate. So that is the skill we need to think to teach the student. So what I found is the skill which they are the skill which differentiate us from the machines. That are the thinking skill, interpersonal skills, intrapersonal skills, empathy, collaboration. In last, I would love to say that we need to make our students who are physically fit, compassionate at heart, spiritually enlightened, and emotionally balanced to face the challenges of world powerfully. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really wonderful. And Dr. Jasjeet, ma'am, I would like to ask from you, what kind of learning is needed of the current and future learners?
Learning is constant process. The day the child is born, the child is learning each and every moment from the environment, by experiencing the environment, by using all the senses. So it's a constant process. Even we are learning all the time, and now is the time to unlearn and relearn. So for learning nowadays, ICT-enabled classrooms, there are certain things which are extremely important for the teachers and principals to look into, because there are thousands and thousands of tools, technology tools online, but credibility of the tools and how to use these tools and how much to use these tools, that is extremely, extremely important. I would cite one example here. So look at the traditional classroom wherein teacher goes preparing lecture notes are there. So for that, if we go step by step parallel with technology, for teaching material and teaching notes, there is one very good tool, Edmodo. And that tool where teachers can collaborate with one another, can exchange their teaching material, and can have high quality material. So that is the use of technology to get high quality material through Edmodo. But you can't do all these things by using single platform. Now second comes, teaching without testing is ineffective. For testing you require another tool. So like teachers used to make tests, but to make creative test, Socrative is another very good tool wherein you can make very creative tests, and you can even make games, and you can test in a number of ways. And after that, after testing, remedial action is extremely important if we want to work on a particular student. For remedial action, you need, student behavior. Here comes the student behavior. Perhaps the student was not attentive in the class because engagement element was lacking. So technology is such a powerful tool that you can engage the student 100% using these tools. Sometimes I see that switching on one animation and showing animated material to the students is not enough. There are hundreds of tools wherein, like Class Dojo. Class Dojo is a tool which is very helpful on working on student behavior. Because behavior is directly related to feedback. If the teacher is constantly giving right feedback to the student, right from his or her speaking skills and interpersonal skills and his behavior with other students and his engagement in class, his response feedback of the test. So for that you need to go to Class Dojo. And if you really want to improve your notes, because we need to empower teachers, then Animoto is another tool which every teacher should know, that how to gel very creative videos. And so there are number of other tools, like you can give references. In senior classes, we give references through EduClip. EduClip is another very important tool. And in CBSE schools, Socrative and Kahoot, they are very popular. And in America, CK12, another tool wherein all the books are available online. So there are hundreds of tools. It is the, collaborate action of all the teachers department-wise, that they can shortlist the tools and they can empower their education material using the technology. And for empowering, they need to work upon the formula of 3 + 1 = connected. And what is this 3 + 1? This 3 + 1 is that technology tool, whichever you are using, that must be, diversity adapted. Means in a class, there are diverse students and they have diverse needs, they have diversity in their learning behavior. The tool should be like that, it should address diversity. And second is adaptability. Child must be able to adapt that tool very easily, because class-wise, if you can see that for junior classes, certain tools are not good, but senior classes, they are very good. It is here comes the adaptability factor. And then the third one is the multi-modal. The tool must be multi-modal if we want to customize education for every student. Like in Pearson presentation, it was shown that tests can be done at any time, 24/7, any time, depending upon the student. So same way, we need to use technology to customize education of each and every child. And for that, the tool must address to multi-modal. And all three together, and there is one very important factor, that is engagement. Nothing is possible. Classrooms are, become big zero if there is no engagement. So 3+1, this engagement leads to connected, that the classroom becomes connected, and once it is connected, desired results we get. So I would like to end this speech by saying that technology has, enormous power. As far as artificial intelligence is concerned, it can, do wonders provided we empower our teachers with lots and lots of training so that they can, design the tools which they require for their particular lecture. That is the, most important area where lot of work is required. Generally, we say that if there is interactive panel, that is smart classroom. No, that interactive panel is simply hardware. But how to use that panel so that the time is not wasted, that 40-minute time is not wasted. So that is very important, that what kind of tools will be shown very quickly, very fast, so that the time is not wasted. So I would say that we need to empower our teachers on these technology tools for digital pedagogy delivery in a very, very effective way. Thank you.
I feel technology is very, very important, no doubt about it, but that has to be very simple, and that each and every teacher can learn it, and this is different from, like subject-wise, that is different. Technology always help, which I feel, sometimes I'm using natural reader. When I got stuck with the pronunciation of some subject, I'm telling my students also, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, copy, paste, and then you start. You will listen, because all language we learn from here, not from reading and anything. Whatever you hear, and same way you can pronounce it. So that you can do it at home, you are not there in the school. So technology, anytime you are there in the school, you are at home or you are traveling, you can use that. Yes, with us now, 𝗘𝗱𝗶𝗁𝗂𝗲, CEO and founder of 𝗘𝗱𝗶𝗁𝗂𝗲 School. My question is to you, how can technology be best leveraged for future learning?
Thank you, sir. So for future learning, as in last 2 years, we have seen there was a lot of innovation happened in the education among teachers. And hats off to all those teachers who have worked hard, very hard in fact, in last 2 years due to pandemic. Now for future learning, it's time to explore, it's time to research, I believe, and it's also time to innovate inside the classroom. So it's not just about, let's talk about innovation somewhere else, we are also talking about innovation. Innovation does not mean technology. Ma'am has already covered all the points of technology, and I don't want to repeat them again. But innovation must be done in the teaching methodologies as well. So for example, in the last 1-2 years, we've seen a model very commonly used known as a flipped learning. So this has been proven to be a very good method, and it is bringing the best of the students, best in them. So definitely one is that for the regular subjects, you can use a flipped learning, you can use a hybrid models, and I'm sure there are still many schools who are on a hybrid model right now. As far as learning is concerned for them is also skills. Skills is also a very important part of learning. So we just can't stick to, let's say, traditional methods of learning. It has to be more of, practical knowledge, more of assignments, more of experimentation, and then obviously skills also come into play. Like these days I've seen schools are using, AI and ML, courses in their schools. They are asking students to take up courses, and in new NEP also, I believe, there are certain guidelines to start Python, because Python is basically a basic foundational language for AI and machine learning. So no doubt that is future, but we also have to see what after the students, when they graduate from school, and I have seen this in India a lot, that when a student gets out at class 12, the parents say, oh, you want to go to best college, right? We want our students to go, our children to go into best college. It's not about that. It's about how well, even if you go into best college and you're learning nothing, you're not employable, right? So at the end of the day, whatever we are doing here, whatever talks that we are doing here, it is for students. It is for them to get best in their life, and it is about, at the end of the day, being employed or being an entrepreneur, right? So that is very important for, I think, future. And frankly speaking, we don't know about future these days. And as we all know, that the economy in today's time, especially after pandemic, is moving towards gig economy, which is no permanent hires and no permanent fires. So that's there. So the student also has to be self-motivated. Student has to be, child has to be self-motivated. You can say skilled, talented, thinking, creative thinking should be there, and should be able to think out of the box, because thinking out of the box means, if you ask today somebody, you want to be telecaller selling credit cards, no, you can't be doing that. So we have to bring the best. So I am just giving you my idea is to talk into a broader sense. So technology is there, yes, but to prepare the students for the future, we don't know as of today, sitting here, what is going to happen tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, today we are all sitting here. God forbid, tomorrow we understand that there's a lockdown and there is another wave of COVID. So we don't know about tomorrow. And so let's, let's prepare them for future. And through skills, through different, methodologies of learning. So that's what I would take from pandemic and from the today, as we see a lot of innovation happening in the schools as well as outside schools, for schools also.
What all we have learned it during pandemic and before that also, but nowadays we are using a lot, like from writing to speech to text is there. And that also in Google, when you will speak something, maybe you are having any accent, maybe you are from different part of India, but the English will be really, really 99%, the typing will be fine. So we are seeing like in future, what I feel that most of the places after some time, this is assumption because before this digital India and paying through phone, we cannot believe a few years back that we can pay it through phones. So same way like students, sometimes we are focusing on handwriting, but speech to text, convert into PDF and send it to the teacher. And that is so simple, so fast. So skills nowadays, skills, we are changing different skills. What do you say, sir? What all skills we need it, like teacher, they have to be ready for that.
Talking about skills, there was a discussion in the World Economic Forum Davos a couple of years back. And the discussion come up to end in dividing the skills into 4 categories. The first category is specific context skills. For example, if I am driving a car or doing a programming on computer, I need certain skills which is very particular for that particular context. And the second type of skill is cross-contextual skills. That means the skills which we can use in different contexts, multiple contexts. For example, team playing or time management, reading, writing, etc. These are the cross-contextual skills. And there are certain meta skills also, especially if you are looking to the how you use the objects and the situations. And these meta skills can be considered as one of the main thing in related to multiple intelligence theory of Gardner. So, and the fourth skill, type of skills are existential skills, which are on a larger scale, like we are being empathetic or being passionate, these types of emotional related things. So these, if you are talking about the skills, we usually say 21st century skills and 4 C's of 21st century skills. But all these skills, if you want to inculcate or if you want to improve skill in a child for the future, as we said, a grade 5 or grade 6 student of today is not at all aware what he is going to do when he is entering into a job market. As ma'am said earlier, 65% of the jobs will be vanished and no new jobs will come up. So in this world, if you want to develop skills in the children and also for the future learners, what I would want to say is that develop the universal skills which can be adaptable this time, 10 years after, 20 years after, and like we said, communication, collaboration, all these types of skills which will be there whatever changes happening in the career or all in the world.
Thank you. Here, I would like to sum up, sir is here, like digital pedagogy. I would like to give big round of applause to all the teachers and principal, because during the pandemic time, the way you have handled your school student as well as teachers, so that was completely digital. So please give a big round of applause for yourself and everyone. So one thing which we have learned that we are on the right track, and I think India was lagging behind in terms of technology, and now we are 80 years ahead, and I think in our school and most of the parents as well as teachers, they are aware about digital things, technology everyone is using. So thank you very much all of you for your all valuable inputs. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And I would like to add one more thing, sir. Why I am far from Kerala to here is we are looking certain collaborators for our school, especially for North India. We are in the process of finding some good schools who can collaborate with us in students exchange program. And also we will do certain projects in a collaboration.
Yes, we'll do. I was...
Okay.
Yes.
So we are looking for interested schools, and we will partner and collaborate each other for a better learning opportunities for our students. Thank you. Sure. If you are interested, I am here, and please get in touch with me in person. Okay. Thank you.
Wonderful opportunity, sir.
Okay.
Now I would like to request 𝗘𝗱𝗶𝗁𝗃 sir from KIDEX to come on the stage and please honor the honorable speakers. And it was the wonderful session, sir, and well moderated by J.K. Singh sir. J.K. sir. I request Saurabh sir to honor J.K. Sharma sir. Harish. Harish Maddapalli. Next, Harish Maddapalli sir. Rosie Jain ma'am. Dr. Jasjeet Kaur ma'am. अच्छा can we have a group photograph?
Sure. Have this one. We'll hold this one.
Sir, you please also be there. Oh, sorry. Acha. Harshpal Singh, sir. A group photograph also. Can we take the photograph with mementos? Thank you so much.